Good morning. It's 8:30. This railroad starts on time. I'm Peter LeCody, president of Texas Rail Advocates. I want to welcome you to our 14th Southwestern Rail Conference. I see some familiar faces out there from previous conference attendees. I see a lot of new faces as well. Welcome to ice and snow-free Dallas. Want to do a quick safety briefing here. Before we get underway. In the event of an emergency, we have some exits here. There's exits behind you, exits on either side. In case of an emergency, we'll meet out in the parking lot. Look around you with a person who's nearest to you and see that they're safely outside as well when we have to exit. We need a person designated to make an emergency call for 911. Who would like to be the volunteer person for that? John Hefner will, right here. Okay, dial 911. Thank you, John. Okay. And we need to designate an attendee to go outside and flag EMS personnel in case we have any EMS issues. Do we have a flagger here who will do that? Mr. Radovich in the corner. Thank you very much. Okay, and in case of fire or earthquake or tornado or false missile alert, we have the 911 coordinator here. Thank you very much. And I hate to say this nowadays, but also want to alert you in case of an active shooter. There are three things that we need to be aware of. Best option is to evacuate if you can do it safely. The next best option is to shelter in place. If you're unable to safely evacuate, try to avoid detection and hide. And the last resort is to fight back, grab anything you can, throw anything you can. I notice that there's no 3006 or 3007 signs posted outside the door here, so I'm sure we have a few CHL-equipped people that can handle things. And do we have anybody here who is CPR or first aid qualified? If you are, would you please identify yourself and raise your hand? Okay, thank you very much. And so ends the safety briefing. Okay, if you will do me a favor, please, if you do have a cell phone or personal device on you that makes a racket, would you please at this time go ahead and silence it? A couple other things. Our Wi-Fi password, we are Wi-Fi equipped here. It is PARK, P-A-R-K, that's with a capital P, 6070, PARK 6070, capital P. And if you'll notice on the screens over here, well, not this screen right now, but down in the lower right-hand corner of the screens, we have a hashtag. And if you are in the Twitterati, if you are a Facebook fan or Instagram, please use the hashtag SWRC18, and we appreciate that. Want to recognize our board and our staff here today. Our Executive Director, Chris Lippincott. Chris, where are you? There he is back in the corner. Chris is a relatively new addition to the TRA staff. Actually, we never had an Executive Director before. Chris is based in Austin, does a lot of good work down there, knows who's who and what's what, and we appreciate having him on board. John Radovich, our past president. Our registrar is Taylor Sharp. You met Taylor out in the lobby and have probably met with him before. Britt Harrington's our treasurer. Carl Zebarth, who's up here on the podium. Matt Lannon. Matt, where are you? Over here. George Blount. George. Okay. Josh Corn. Right back here. And Bernie Rodriguez, who does one heck of a job in putting these conferences together. So please give her a round of applause. Thank you. Over here. Also want to recognize our sponsors and our volunteers. If it wasn't for our sponsors, we wouldn't be here today. And take a look up here on the board, if you will. And if you run into somebody from one of these organizations, please thank them, because they do make our work of promoting freight and passenger rail here in Texas and the Southwest possible.